Everyone, it is Tuesday, December 8th, 2020. All right, let me go ahead and take a look at this. All right, so our lesson for today is repeated parts to the main idea. Let's go ahead and take a look at our standards once again. So these are the standards that we'll continually follow as we go through nonfiction books. Okay. Not only that, but these are the standards that we'll look at as we move into our writers unit in the next 2 or 3 weeks. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our Ignite. So, hi Pumas, it's Tuesday, the last asynchronous day of the week. Quick reminders. Most of you should have taken a test yesterday. Some of you didn't remember to take it, and that's okay. If you didn't take it, please remember to take that, okay? If you didn't answer all the questions correctly, you can retake the quiz up to 3 times. So take your time while answering the questions to make sure you answer them all correctly. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So, do any of you like to read or watch mysteries? Reading nonfiction is a little like solving a mystery. Nonfiction readers are like detectives, right? Figuring out what that text is trying to teach. They read closely and put together clues to figure out the main idea. So you are all like detectives as you start reading your book and finding out the main idea of it. So yesterday we looked at a way to find main ideas by looking at the beginning of sections. The next part is where do we look if the main idea is located somewhere else in our chunk? Today, I want to teach you that readers pay extra attention to anything that repeats in nonfiction text words, phrases, or images. These repeating things are often clues pointing to important ideas. If you notice these, you can ask, why is that important? What is the text trying to teach me about that? So remember, we are detectives reading through our nonfiction and trying our best to understand the text through all the clues given. All right. So taking a look at this, okay, we're going to continue on with Canada. So we're looking for the main idea and how the main idea repeats through the text. In this section, we see the word Canada used often. And in addition to learning more about Canada, we get to see its people. Okay. So in this section, it's called People of Canada. So the Inuit and the and First Nations people have lived in Canada for thousands of years. These people are Haida, a group of First Nations people from British Columbia in the Northwest. Many Canadians today are descended from the settlers who came from Great Britain and France. So we get to see that more people of Canada are from Great Britain and from France. Okay. So these are the settlers that have come from those areas and now reside in what we know as today Canada. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next section. So children in Canada start school at the age of 5 or 6. That's just about the same age as us, but let's go ahead and move on. So they start at the age of 5 or 6 and stay until they are 16 or 18. Now, that part's a little different. Usually, to graduate from high school, you gotta be at least 18, unless you take classes like um, post secondary or CIS classes, which allow you to graduate early, right? But generally, most people graduate at 18 or 17. Afterward, all right, so let's continue reading. Afterward, some continue their studies at a college, Most subjects are taught in English, but in Quebec, there are also many French language schools. So those are like immersion schools, right? And immersion just means it teaches two languages. It's usually English and another language. So in this section, it makes reference to the young minds in Canada and how they are educated. Once again, this reviews how we are exploring and learning more about Canada. Let's go ahead and move on to the last piece. So, in this section of the text, we see the different kinds of food that Canada offers and how these foods track or trace back to their origin of people, their identity. So, in this section, it's called Feeling Hungry. After another full day of sightseeing, we stopped for a quick bite to eat. There was plenty to choose from on the menu, but I decided to give a poutine a try. It's made of French fries topped with cheese curds and gravy. You can eat it with chicken, bacon, or even lobster. I have never tried that before, but it really does sound good. So to recap, we're looking at how the main idea is portrayed throughout any section of our nonfiction books. So we take a look at words, images, phrases, or any clue that points us back to the main idea. In this case, it was us learning more. It was us learning more about and exploring Canada. Taking a look back at the sections, we focused on words today and how that points us back to the main idea. Okay. So if while I'm looking at this, right, hmm, Canada is used here, Canada is used here. Hmm, this word is Canadians, so we probably won't count that. But going back to this page, Canada is used here. Anywhere else? Is Canada used here? No. So if I'm counting correctly, one, two, and three. So there are three times that Canada is used, right, as we were reading those texts. So we're using words and how that points us back to the main idea. Learning more and exploring Canada. Okay. So for your chew discussion, can you tell us what clues or what pieces do you look at as you are trying to find the main idea of a text? Please use complete sentences when writing your answers. So make sure to finish the chew for today. And lastly, for our review, you have to have a nonfiction just right book. Once again, if you do not have one, please remember to stop by my office hours. If you do not, okay, you will struggle this quarter. All right, so please come to my office hours. That is Ask Mr. Her. Make sure to drop by. And also, once again, reply to the choose section in your work. And for your review, we're going to have another 2 question quiz. Make sure to watch this video and go through the slide. That way you can answer all questions correctly. All right, that just about wraps it up. I hope everyone is doing well, and I'll see everyone soon.